Hello everyone and welcome to the very first episode of my Minecraft Hardcore series. My goals for this video are to build my first base and to beat the Ender Dragon. I'll gather resources, explore new biomes, and hopefully survive the challenges ahead. Let's get into the video. Okay, new world and cave noises for some reason. I started by violently beating a tree to get some wood, and then I crafted some wooden tools. The questionably long hunt for stone had begun. I also killed some animals along the way and crafted a bed with their wool. Not long after, I finally found some stone that I crafted some stone tools with. After that, I had decided it was time to find a good location to build my first base at. After I had searched for a little while, I came across a plains biome that I decided I would make my home. So I started to place down a simple little setup in the fields. Then I gathered some coal so I could make torches and go mining for iron. It's night time. I had officially survived the first day. At the crack of dawn, I dug a mine and started to collect iron. I also accidentally dug straight into a cave that I was too scared to explore without gear. I also found a bunch of zombies doing a cha-cha-cha dance underwater. Once I was satisfied with the amount of iron I had collected, I headed back to the surface to smelt it. I didn't waste any time while waiting for the iron to smelt, so I murdered more innocent animals. Now I had a decent amount of food and my iron had smelted, so I had full iron gear. Back to mining. If you like hamburgers, Minecraft, or stupidity, you should consider subscribing. While I was exploring, I stumbled upon a mine shaft where I found a sharpness 1 enchanting book. Then I went even further into the cave and even had a friendly encounter with a witch. After my encounter with the witch, I found my first vein of diamonds and shortly after found even more diamonds. I had another encounter with a witch, and then I found more diamonds. And then I unsurprisingly almost died. I found a geode and a trial chamber that I decided to try out to get some nice loot. And what amazing prize will I get for this trial? Chicken! Oh my word, I hate this. Then I decided to leave the cave and come back to the surface. Once I got back, I struggled to get a sheep into a pen because I will need wool for my base. Then I started to make a wheat farm, but then realized my sheep had despawned, so I gathered some more sheep. After I finished my sheep pen, I started to gather materials for my base. Then I got some stone variants and started building the foundation of my base. After the foundation, I started building the second floor. The base was slowly but surely coming together. Now I'm deciding to start building the roof, which will be made out of orange wool, pumpkins, and honeycomb. Now, after hours of hard work and even befriending a pet dog that I will be naming Carlos, I finally finished my base. Shortly after building my base, I got straight to making a nether portal. I searched for way too long to find flint. I lit the portal and started the long and tedious journey. I spawned in a warped forest and wrote down the coordinates of my nether portal so I couldn't lose it. I then searched high and low for hours trying to find a fortress. Instead of finding a fortress, I found a bastion, which I needed to go inside but didn't know how to do it safely. So I came up with the genius plan of getting the brute mad and then leading all the piglins to a lava edge where I could knock them into the lava. Which worked surprisingly well. Then I peacefully came back to the bastion and grabbed the soul sand and nether warts for potions and yoinked the upgrading template. Then I kept exploring in hopes to find a fortress. I finally found a fortress. I also got to dig a hole through it for some reason. Then I stumbled into a really fat pig or something like that and almost burned it to death. Then I started killing blazes and gathering blaze rods. Time to start my journey back to the warped forest. Once I got back to the warped forest, I built a little shelter that I used to kill off endermen and get ender pearls. After I had a sufficient amount of ender pearls, I made my way back to my portal and we had officially survived the nether. Literally, the second I got through the portal, I had a near-death experience. That was way too close. To celebrate surviving, I ate steak while watching the sun go down. The next morning, I spent chasing rabbits, trying to get rabbit's foot so that I could make a jump boost potion. But I also needed a brewing stand, so eventually I found a secret bunker under an igloo where I found one. When I got back to my base, I decided to plant my nether warts underneath my balcony, and I also placed a log there because it looked good. Now I started to gather sand so I could get glass so that I could make potion bottles. Then I started to brew. While I was waiting for my potions, I placed a little more decorations into my base. And my jump potions were done. I also decided that it would be smart to craft an enchanting table to get better tools. So I put sharpness 1 on my diamond sword. I also grabbed some apples and gold ingots to craft some golden apples. And to finish my preparation, I crafted a bow. Now I'm all geared up. Tomorrow I will defeat the Ender Dragon. The next day I made some diamond armor just to be safe, and then threw my first Eye of Ender. It started a surprisingly short journey. The Eye of Ender had led me to a village, so I found the bell and started digging down. And plop, I fell into the stronghold. After a little while of searching, I finally found the portal, but had to loot the library chest first. I destroyed the silverfish spawner and lit up the portal. Now I'm in the end. I drank my jump boost potions, which was going to theoretically help me tower up the pillars faster. It didn't take me very long to realize all my hard work making the potions was for nothing, and that the jump boost didn't help at all. I struggled with my snowballs to take out the close crystals. But then once I got my bow and arrow, I sniped all the far crystals. I did a super smooth water clutch and headed to the last crystal to blow it up. But evidently, I missed one, so I had to snipe one as well. I did another super awesome water bucket clutch and almost got killed by the dragon. Since I survived, I then found a spot to kill the dragon from. So I placed my water and put a little dirt block to stand on in the center, so that Enderman couldn't get me, and the long killing frenzy had begun. And wow, I did it! I actually beat the game in hardcore mode. I gathered up all that good experience and also found the egg and stole it. Then I made a staircase to the tiny portal thing and placed a trapdoor so that I could crawl into it. I explored around until I found a city. Unfortunately, the city did not have a ship, so I just looted the chest and then kept exploring. Finally, I found a city that did have a ship, so I managed to get fairly high and I entered pearl to the ship. Surprisingly, I didn't die. I looted the chests and got some really nice stuff and then yoinked the elytra. I also didn't forget the dragon head and yoinked that as well. I was too scared to use my elytra, so I used water as a safe way down to get the head that had fallen. Now that I had an elytra, I was satisfied and headed back home. And wow, we have officially survived the end. I made it home safely, and that wraps up episode 1 of Minecraft Hardcore. I hope you liked this video, and episode 2 is also going to be super awesome, so subscribe so that you don't miss out on that. But that's all for now. This has been Mentally Hamburg, and I will see you in another one.